Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to Baku. Manchester City hosts FC Bayern in the Westie TV Champions League. A big night for these two sides. Of course, Bayern had to go down the playoff route. City got there on the last day and did really well to get into the quarterfinals and play that last game. But this is two titans against each other in the Champions League. Let's get down to business then. Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, they're parting ways into the season, but there's 3 more games left to play. Donnarumma in goal, O'Reilly, Stones, Guehi, Nunez, Reinders, Rodri, Silva takes the captain's armband, Foden, Haaland and Semenyo start up front for City. Well, City are 3 games left of their season here before the World Cup, and I'm sure they will want to reach the final at Wembley Stadium in a few weeks. They've also got a semi-final next week in Manchester. Or in a couple of days' time in Manchester, sorry. Bayern, on the other hand, have got a lot to try and recover from this Champions League campaign. Mambo Neuer starts in goal. Call up for the World Cup for the Germans in the past few days. Stanisic, Tar, Upamecano and Konrad Laimer, Goretzka and Kimmich, Diaz, Gnabry, Elise and Harry Kane starts up front for Bayern. Well, a big night for these two teams. A clash of the Titans affair. This is where dreams could be made. Bayern get us underway then in the quarterfinals between these two. And well, it is going to be the winner taking on Liverpool in Manchester. Looked all the way. Nunez plays it forward. Semenyo. Of course, just to make it clear, Manchester in this case is going to be Old Trafford, not the Etihad if City were to make it through. Foden played in by O'Reilly. Haaland! Jonathan Tah cuts across, and it's a good little block from the experienced German. Remember when he was still a youngster. Nunez also has gone down injured somewhere. O'Reilly, and that's a very poor ball. Let's hope he doesn't do that for Thomas Tuchel's England this summer. Well, Vincent Kompany, there were talks that they were going to have a treble. Well, it just didn't turn out to be, did it? As Paris Saint-Germain triumphed in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Of course, we were recording this a couple of days before, actually. The final does come out, of course. So, whatever happens. I mean, Arsenal won in our simulation the other day. Semenyo onto Matheus Nunez. Reinders wide to Semenyo. Brought in for Haaland. Head across the face, and Laimer and Tar couldn't get there either against the Norwegian. Taking Norway to their first World Cup since 1998 in a few weeks. Of course, we will have Norway versus France on our live coverage. It's on the sheet of games we will do on this channel over the World Cup month. And of course, from July 14th, I'm not going to be around. I'm on holiday. Nico O'Reilly, Elise into Kane. Rodri to Reinders. Haaland. Foden. Chip forward for Haaland again. City looking all over Bayern at this point. Here's Tijani Reinders, targets in the way. They've really neutralised this Bayern attacking threat, which has been a problem for most of the season. Here's Stanisic. So they neutralised it. Luis Diaz in here for Bayern. Played across to Gnabry. A little bit of a tricky feed. Elise. Great save by Donnarumma. Elise's the first to go into double figures in this tournament. And well, after beating the Wombles of Wimbledon last time out, it was all too easy for Elise as he reached double figures for the first time this season. Became the first player to do so. Tar! Oh! Wide of the mark. He's had heading action at both ends. And by the looks of it, it continues to be a threat for City. Played forward by Manchester City. Bernardo Silva picks up the ball. Reinders playing it to O'Reilly. I'll tell you what, O'Reilly has been one of those players as neutral that you do admire. What a left back he's become for City. Someone I'm sure will continue for many years to come in the English game. Here's Semenyo. Laid across for Bernardo Silva. Here's Foden. Great save for Neuer. And well, Kimmich did all he could to stop Haaland from getting that. What a stop by Manuel Neuer. Haaland, not over yet. Semenyo, Haaland, Neuer. Great save once more. Still got it at the age of 40. There was one. That save from Foden was outstanding from Manuel Neuer. Two huge saves in the space of a few minutes. Oh, Semenyo's Neuer again! Oh my word! Well, you can't help but think that this is one of City's absolute onslaughts from Pep Guardiola. I can see him on the touchline actually. He's just ordering his players forward. Probably not so much now though. Lima. 5 left to go this half. Remember, as like last night, we have extra time and maybe even penalties if required. Leon Goretzka. Diaz. Or Stanisic in open space. Luis Diaz. Great save. Elise on the follow-up. And Bayern lead at last. It's another goal then for Michael Elise in the Westie TV Champions League. What a performance he's bringing to this competition. Wow, Bayern are looking good. First real chance for Bayern too. And City, well, just tremendous. Tremendous play from City. Haaland. Here's Rodri. Bernardo Silva, Semenyo's there. And it's cut out and the half-time break is here. Elise with a goal right on the stroke of half-time is enough to put Bayern ahead at the break. Harry Kane not yet quite yet in the mix. But at the half-time break then, City 0, Bayern 1. Welcome back everybody, second half underway here in Baku, and well, Manchester City are behind at the break. Well, these were 2 times of the league stage and one is going to go out here tonight, but which one will it be? Here's Phil Foden. Played across and a rapid ball across the box. It was a bullet from Phil Foden. Foden's got a point to prove with missing out on the England squad, and Thomas Tuchel. Semenyo. Haaland's there, but not quite thereabouts. O'Reilly. Down for Foden. Lima picks up the ball. And the pass from Reinders. Goretzka. Tar. Luis Diaz. Goretzka again. Deo Upamecano. Elise. And O'Reilly storming challenge to send that out of play. Well, Antoine Semenyo, he's scored a couple of times in the competition since moving from City. And moving to City on matchday 9, but Semenyo hasn't had the same impact today. Marmoush comes on. He's not scored since the Wimbledon game in the league stage. Here's Gnabry. Gnabry curls one. Donnarumma pushes it away. Excellent goalkeeping. Here's Gnabry. Here's the Bayern roar. Here's Goretzka. Stanisic. Joshua Kimmich. Diaz into Goretzka. Gnabry to Elise. Diaz. Goretzka's there again. Stanisic. Whipped into the box and it's there, and Donnarumma comes to collect nicely. Here's Foden. City have 25 minutes to get back into this. Haaland takes the ball away off O'Reilly. Stones. Foden. O'Reilly to Tijani Reinders. Reinders looking for Rodri, and it wasn't quite to be there. Gnabry. Luis Diaz into Jonathan Tah. Kimmich again. Here's Kane. Punch back and Diaz is there. Bayern playing around the ball. Here's Luis Diaz. Bayern are caught offside again, and well, they want to finish this off, don't they? You can really tell they want to finish this off. Rafael Guerreiro now comes off for Stanisic. Donnarumma to Stones. Played wide, looking for Omar Marmoush. Mateus Nunes. Gueye. Bernardo Silva played wide over to Omar Marmoush. Here's Erling Haaland. Has the chance, but it's not quite to be in the box. 10 to go. Stones up to Haaland. Reinders. City really trying to knock through and find a goal. Rodri. Foden. Deo Upamecano gets there first. Kimmich. Kane. Bayern might try and seal it here. Way offside from Elise. 5 minutes. Well, Nicholas Jackson's coming on for Harry Kane. That'll be the last action of his day. Here's Nunes. Gueye. Rodri wide out to and well, a minute of added time. Can City nick anything? Here's Haaland. Wide for Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly across the box for Haaland. Neuer with the save. Silva's trying to get the crowd going. Bernardo Silva. Ball whipped into the box. John Stones over the bar. That's it. City fall at the quarter-final stage. Bayern progress on. And it will be a Liverpool-Bayern semi-final in Manchester in a couple of days' time. Marvellous from Elise tonight. There at the right time, at the right place. And he has put Bayern into the semi-finals of the Westie TV Champions League. Full time here, City 0, Bayern 1.